ladies, thanks for watching. My name is Jamie and you have reached She's Everyday, she'severyday.com. Hey, we are talking about why being nice hurts your chances, either in a relationship that's kind of rocky or with your ex. There is something wrong with being too nice. If you are in somewhat of a relationship or you think you're in a relationship and this guy is taking you for granted, he's pulling some shenanigans, he's treating you with some disrespect, you need to stop being so nice. And this is something that I see a lot of women do. They think, well, if I can just be overly nice and I know he's going through a hard time right now, or he's got so much going on at work, and so I'm just going to do his laundry and I'm going to cook for him and I will run errands for him, do favors for him. I'll just wait around for him to get back with me. I know he's busy. I'm not going to bug him, but you're just there. Some women are just there. They are at this guy's beck and call. That is never going to get this guy to treat you better. Now, granted, maybe he is going through a hard time right now. Maybe he does have a lot going on at work, but that is no excuse to treat you poorly. So I am not telling you you can never do your boyfriend's laundry or cook for him and do sweet things for him. Of course you can. But those actions ought to be reciprocal. He should be doing things for you. He should be coming over and mowing your yard or changing the oil in your vehicle. There has to be investment on both parts. And if you find yourself doing more for this guy than he's doing for you, you need to stop. Many women think that they will make themselves indispensable. This guy, I do so much for him. He just won't be able to leave me because I am just doing all of these great things for him and I'm such a good girlfriend. No, you're not being a good girlfriend. You're being his mom. And he doesn't want to be dating his mom. He actually wants a woman that can say, no, I'm done. Do your own laundry. Fix your own supper. I'm not going to wait around for you to make plans with me this weekend. So if you are in a relationship or a situationship or whatever you want to call it with somebody who is not putting in enough investment into you, you need to back off. Stop doing all of those nice things. He will notice. When he notices, that's when he starts coming around saying, why aren't you doing these things for me? Why haven't I heard from you? What's up? He's going to start giving you more interest, which is what you want. He's going to start investing more. Let me tell you a story. So there was this couple and this guy he was being mean to his girlfriend. He was just taking her for granted and she was doing so many nice things for him. She was just killing herself being the best girlfriend. And he came home one day from work and he was just kind of tired and cranky and she was there. She had cleaned his house. She had done his laundry. She was in the process of folding his clothes and putting them away when he walked in. She was in the process of fixing dinner. It was in the oven and she was getting it all ready. He comes in and he treats her so poorly. He just talks to her like a dog. She stays. She just gets really quiet, but she stays. She finishes hanging up his clothes. She finishes the supper. She puts it on the table and then she quietly leaves. And he said he felt really bad, but he lost so much respect for her in that moment. He said she should have just walked out the door and said, buddy, I'm out of here. I'm not going to be treated like this. Do your own laundry, finish your own supper, and just walked out and left the mess. But she didn't. She wanted to prove to him, I'm above all this. I started all this for you, so I'm going to finish it, and then I'm going to leave. No, just leave in the middle of that. Here's some things that you might be doing that mean you're too nice. You are waiting around for him to call or text you to be able to ask you out for the weekend. Let's say it's Wednesday and he hasn't made any plans with you for Friday or Saturday. And you have a friend that messages you or calls and says, hey, do you want to go do something? And you say, well, no, I can't because I haven't heard from him. So I'm going to wait around and see if I hear from him first. Don't do that. Make plans. Go out. If this guy does get a hold of you, say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear from you. I didn't think we were doing anything. I went ahead and made plans. Even if your friend doesn't contact you to do something, do not jump at the opportunity to have a last minute date with this guy. If he hits you up last minute for a date, You just say, oh, I'm sorry, I already have plans. I wish you had given me more notice. I always require a 48 to 72 hour notice. You need to consider your time valuable, because if you don't consider your time valuable, he will not consider your time valuable. I don't care if you have plans or not. At that point, your plans have become, I have planned to stay home, curl up with a good book, watch a good movie, make myself a nice supper, whatever your plans were or were not. But your plan to stay home could be a plan. And you don't have to tell him what those are. You just tell him, I'm sorry, I have plans. Another thing that might mean you're being too nice is you are doing favors for him. He calls you and says, hey, I forgot this at work. Will you go pick it up for me? Hey, do you want to bring me lunch? Hey, will you do this for me? Will you run this paperwork here? Or will you go here and pick this up for me? And so you are doing a lot of favors, a lot of errands for him, but you notice that he's not doing the same for you. Or if you ask him to do something, he's always too busy. If you are cooking, if you are cleaning, if you are doing his laundry, you're being way too nice, especially if this man is not doing nice things for you in return. If you are taking care of his animals, maybe he has children and you're watching his children for him. Maybe the two of you have children together, but you don't live in the same house and you are the one that always takes care of the children and he gets to go out and have a good time and you are always stuck at home. Again, you are doing too much. He needs to take on some of those responsibilities. He needs to be responsible for some of the childcare, or he can take care of his own animals. You are being too nice if you let him get away with verbally abusing you, calling you names, calling you worthless, or just ignoring you, just treating you with silence, treating you with indifference, not answering questions, not letting you know where he's at, when he's going to be home, what he's doing. You always just kind of feel like you're up in air with this guy. You never know where he's at, what he's doing, who he's with, and you guys are in a relationship. You need to stop that. You need to be able to set down some boundaries and some ground rules and say, here's what I expect. If we are in an exclusive, committed relationship, these are the 5 things that I need to see. And you need to stick to that. And if he says, well, I'm not doing that, okay, then I guess we're not meant to be in this relationship. You have to be willing to walk away. When you are willing to walk away is when he will start showing more investment. He will know then that he cannot walk all over you and your niceness has come to an end. When you do that, ladies, you will be amazed at how the tides start to turn. He may just act indifferent in the moment or act like he doesn't care. You may have to break up for a time period, but you stand your ground and you say, I am not going to be treated like I am just there for whatever you need. And I'm putting in all this time and effort and resources into you, and you're not putting any of that into me. A woman that can do that is attractive. She shows her worth. She's valuable, and men see that. Ladies, I want to see you win in this relationship. I will link my website in the description below. She's Everyday, she'severyday.com. I have a couple e-courses on there that will give you so much more advice and tips and the ideas and things to do. So hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe. Ladies, I want to see you win. God bless you. I will see you in the next video.